good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good day, wherever you are on the face of the earth, wherever you're watching us from. My name is Omoo Anetekhai. I will have just said only Omoo, but since the Father's Day something, Omoo Anetekhai. I've been a father for 6 years. I won't say that, of course, there are struggles, but where I come from, I see that the struggles make you a better person. In fact, and sorry that I want to say this, it seems like I'll digress a little, but I'll come back. You see, this whole adulthood is a scam conversation that is going on out there. I personally think, in other words, it's my opinion. You have a right to yours, I have a right to mine. I think it's the selfishness of a generation that is coming. I don't think fatherhood is a struggle, because I believe that being a father has made me a better man, a better human being. Same thing with being married. So when I say this adulthood is a scam, it is the underlying conversation that the people that are saying adulthood is a scam, the underlying conversation is they don't want to take responsibility, because fatherhood is responsibility, not struggle. So the generation that is shouting adulthood is a scam, adulthood is a scam, it's a I don't take responsibility, I just want to be selfish, just be myself and I. How? Somebody made you who you are. Somebody paid your bills to the point that you are. That person was an adult. That person decided to be responsible. And in being responsible, the person was responsible for you. And if he, she, they, your parents were responsible for you, come on. The least you can do is at least give back. Be responsible for the next generation. Get married. Be responsible to a woman, or be responsible to a man. Have children. Be responsible for your children. So yeah, adulthood, fatherhood, struggles, yes, but responsibility more. And I'm delighted that the responsibility came to me, because in being responsible, I grow to be a better person. I develop as a man, as a human being. I develop selflessness. I develop compassion. I develop putting other people's needs first, prioritizing my children and my wife's needs before mine. So I'm balling in the responsibility. That's what I can say. It feels good, as I said. It feels good. I was in the delivery room for both children. I have a son and I have a daughter. My son came first. I was in the delivery room. Although my daughter chanced me, I stepped out for a bit, and before I came back, she had come out. I said, but I tell you, she's the one that has my Omoo button to a large extent. My son and I, we have a chemistry, apart from the fact that we look strikingly alike. We have a chemistry that is very, I can almost say mature. He understands me, I understand him. So I like it. I'm enjoying my fatherhood journey. Oh, I was in the delivery room. The very first time, I was excited, but I was scared. Let me be honest. And for some backstory, I'm one of those that got married on faith, on the currency of faith. I did not have a lot of money. I had a meager salary. Well, it wasn't such a meager salary, but I'm not one of those that believed or still believe that you must have armored before you marry. I had not armored. I just started working. So this was my wife and I starting to just enjoy ourselves, managing on the meager. And then comes a son. Yeah, it was scary, but when you have your own heavenly father, all fear is gone. And I was in the delivery room for his delivery. Something weird happened. There was a time, my son, I remember that I'm an MC as well as a lawyer. I remember that when my son was about a month old, I had to go for an event and I traveled out of Lagos. My wife and my mom kept saying that the boy was crying, crying, crying. And then all of a sudden, you know how this old and traditional woman, my mom in this case, decided, this boy is missing his father. Let us wear or wrap him in his father's clothes. And they said to me that after they did that, he stopped crying. I didn't believe it. But I know that my wife cannot lie to me, even if my mom was trying to, But yeah, you really want to take me back memory. My father passed on 2 months after my son was born. I tell people that my father was the most responsible father that I know. Because he never joked with us. He never joked with our education. He never joked with our health. And he never joked with his own health. So, of course, back in the days, our own fathers, what is pocket money? What is, all those things are not there. There is no TLC. Hey, how are you? Oh, God. Nothing. Maybe once in a green moon. So we had the chance to hug our father. But I can tell you for a fact that that man was the most responsible and responsive man I know. And think about it. He had 11 children and sent all of us to university. Some of us to law school. That is, at least 2 of us went, after he finished university, now went to law school. And law school fees aren't cheap. That man was responsible. Education is number one. No, education is not number one. The first thing that your father can give to you is faith. A belief system, primarily a knowledge or introducing you to your creator, your God, your heavenly father. I think the primary thing of a father is you're standing in the role of God for that child to a certain time or to a certain age. And one of the things you must do is to quickly introduce that child to his own original source. You are like the custodian. You are like the caretaker on earth. But hey, even though we say, a guy meets a girl and say, let's make another human. You didn't make Jack. There are many people that try to use semen and the ovary and they are not giving birth, or the wife is not getting pregnant. Thank God for medical science. But hey, everything about the human being, the human race, Earth, the galaxy, the universe is because of a creator. So the first thing the father can give to or bequeath to a child, son, daughter, is that relationship with God. To quickly introduce your child to his own source and creator. That's the first thing. The second thing that I believe the father can give to a child, education is coming out even after this one, is rich experiences, value system, including a strong work ethic. And that is what I believe my father has given to me. As a child, I hated Lipton tea or any kind of tea bag or whatever. But now I carry that in everywhere. Subconsciously, I'd been programmed because every day my father had a cup of bag tea, and he had it with his breakfast. My father was almost very non-Nigerian. My father ate swallow with fork and knife. My wife, my parents-in-law laugh at me, mock me, and say, why are you eating swallow with fork and knife? Well, I don't use knife, I use fork. I picked it up from my dad. As a father, you should pass on to your children a very strong work ethic. And how do I mean? So they should see the dignity of labor through the way they see you work, whether we like it or not. Children are like sponges. At that age, we are very malleable and very I'm looking for the word now. I can't seem to find it. Impressionable. So when your children are seeing you take your briefcase to work, see you come back, and they see how dutiful you are as a father, it is sending. I mean, my children ask me, "Daddy, where are you going?" Or sometimes, okay, so there was a particular day I just sat down on my table, my laptop. And my son wanted to come and disturb me. This was, I think, during COVID or post lockdown. He wanted to come and play, and then by himself, he said, "Daddy is working." He told his younger sister, "Daddy is working, leave Daddy alone." Or he would sometimes just come to me and say, "Daddy, are you working?" I said, "This morning, I was going to drop him in school, and it's my mom's birthday. And I can't remember what happened. Yes, we're trying to call my mom to wish her a happy birthday, and she wasn't picking. And then my son said, "Has she gone to work too?" I said, "Not quite. Maybe she went to church." He said, "Church? But grandma doesn't have laptop to work." So my son has equated laptop with work. That's what it means. So you should pass on to them a strong value system, strong work ethic, because they need to know. It's not as if you tell them work. Oh yes, there's a part where you tell them to do chores as early as possible, because really at young ages they want to do many things. They want to. My son now, even though he's 6, he says he wants to bathe by himself. I know that if he does that, he won't get to the nook and cranny of his body, but I allow him do it because he's learning to be responsible. And you see the joy in his face. "Daddy, I'm a big boy. I can bathe for myself." That. And then finally, education. Those 3 things.